Y'all know what's going on. It's time for another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and welcome to the show, y'all. We're back with my guy, Hope, and I'm telling you this story. The police are knocking at the door. Now, we're going to keep this thing rolling. Hope, what's up, man?
What's going on, brother?
Welcome back. Go ahead and pick up where you left off, man, and let the people know what's going on with the police at your door.
All right. The police is at the door. This is a guy that I went to school with, that knows me, that knows, he knows how wild I was as a kid, and he knows what type of person I am and how I am. So, like I said, I know the house is clean. We've already, I done said that.
Yeah.
There's nothing to be found, but he's standing there knocking.
Yeah.
I opened the door. Said, "How can I help you?" And he said, "I want you to be honest with me." He said, "Because I already know the truth, but I just want you to be honest with me." And I was like, "Okay, so what's that?" He says, "Well, my grandmother," and he explains just what I told y'all. My grandmother lives 3 houses down right there.
Yeah.
She said she's seen a lot of activity here over the weekend. And I said, "Well, I said, brother, all I did was, I had a little party, get together. We played some poker and stuff like that." I said, "You going?" He's like, "Well, so can I come in and search your house?" So I've always been the thinker that you don't try to hide something that you ain't got nothing to hide. If that makes sense. So sure, I know my house is clean. I know you're not gonna find nothing. Now, can you come search my house? No. Can you walk through my house?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you before you walk in, you might find a roach in one of the ashtrays down in the poker room, but that's nothing, right? Right. So he searches. He walks around. He don't really search. He just sort of moves little things around, looks in the ashtrays, even opens up a garbage bag full of beer bottles, of course. No, don't find anything. And I said, "You satisfied?" He's, "Yeah, but no." So at this point, I have a girl that I took in off the streets, was about to have a baby. Well, I'm not going to say she was in the streets, but she was staying at a place that was not safe for the baby to be born. There was a convicted child molester lived there, and she didn't want to be there.
Yeah, yeah.
So I took her in, gave her a place to stay. You got me, you got my girlfriend, all 3 kids, and I get this bright idea that we can't live here anymore now because I've done ran the place hot.
Yeah.
The rent's paid. Everything's good. So I leave the place for her and her unborn kid to be born. And I move out. Me and my family move out. Under the pretenses that she gets a job and she'll do something to pay the rent and keep the lights on and all this. It's paid through the month. So by the first of the next month, you should be able to do something. I understand you're pregnant, but figure something out. Okay? So month goes by and the landlord calls me and says, "Hey, you still got stuff going on over here. Well, I thought you said you was moving out and somebody was going to start paying the rent. Nobody paid the rent. There's no electricity on at the house and there's people staying in it."
Wow.
Okay, I'll take care of this. I go and I tell her, "Look here, the stuff that I left you, I'm taking today. By the end of the day, you need to be gone. Because I moved out. You didn't do what you were supposed to do." So she gets kicked out.
Yeah.
The reason I tell this part of the story is because now we're going to go back to where I've got these 2X pills. And she's the person that I call to find out if she knows where I can get rid of them. Matter of fact, I don't want to get rid of them. I'm just going to give them to somebody and let them tell me if they're worth having. And she decides that she's going to be the one. Excuse me. And she starts asking me about. Later on, she's asking me about jars of X pills. Well, I don't even know what a jar is. I was heard on the audio to let you know.
Yeah, okay.
She's setting me up at this point in time. What a jar is, and I say that in the audio. You can hear me say, oh, I don't even know what a jar is. I've just got these couple X pills that you can have, and I want you to tell me if they're any good. Then she starts asking me about dope and this, that, and the other. So she's setting me up. She's pissed off because I kicked her out of that house.
Right.
I didn't let her come stay with us.
Right.
So the DTF are watching me again now. I'm out on bond.
Yeah.
I go to leave my apartment that I'm staying at, and here comes the DTF. They pull me over. They don't find anything in the car. But, however, they take me back to my apartment. They make me unlock my door.
Mm-hmm.
And they find the 2 X pills. They want to know where the dope is. Tell them there ain't no dope. I go to jail again. Make bond again.
Wow.
Now I'm back out, and I've got 2 cases, one pending, or 2 pending, and I don't know what to do. My dope men, none of them's wanting to talk to me because the people here in Nashville has done got word, because word travels fast.
Yeah, especially in the name.
That I've been hit twice now. And like I said, I picked up a new one now on the X pills.
Yeah.
But now he ain't answering the phone.
Mm-mm.
My original ain't answering the phone.
Mm.
So now this is where I become this user and not the seller anymore. Because
Done got real now.
I'm going downhill.
Yeah.
All right. So whenever I didn't give an amount. They caught me with 9.5 grams whenever DTF arrested me on my probation, the 6-month probation violation.
Mm-hmm.
That was what they caught me with there.
Mm-hmm.
They catch me with 2 X pills. I get this speeding ticket that I got to show up for court on 2010. I go to court on the speeding ticket. While I'm at the court, the judge asks, is there anything that any announcements or anything they need to make? And whenever DTF arrested me that night, they held evidence. They held charges. Mm-hmm. I didn't know it was possible. I didn't, they got almost $9,000 off me. They got $2,500 off the girl that I had said that I was staying with.
Yeah.
They found what they call some legendary drugs, which is basically just lower tabs, stuff, whatever.
Okay.
They held those charges and just charged me with the cocaine.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there in the courtroom for a speeding ticket, and the bailiff says, yes, we have an announcement. We have a money laundering charge, because they put her $2,500 with my $9,000, made it over $10,000, and said that I had over $10,000. Put it all together. So we have a money laundering charge for William Holt. We have possession of we're putting all this together. They're putting all this together now. Money laundering, possession of legendary drug, possession of drug paraphernalia, possession of cocaine, Schedule 2 with intent, possession of Schedule 2 with intent to distribute, and then just possession. They charge you twice on all this. So everything's going to be charged, a double charge basically. And possession of MDMA. Molly.
Yeah, Molly. Mm-hmm.
So, which was the ecstasy pills. Mm-hmm. And we're wanting to put all that together, and we want to go off his bond and recharge him. And so at that point in time, bailiff arrested him. Now this is August of 2010. December 2010, I go for plea bargains. Plea bargain 25 at 45, or well, they started out at 30 at 45, and then they come to me with 28 at 45, and then they come at me with a 25 at 45. Now, mind you, in 1999, whenever I caught those charges, it was 13 aggravated burglaries and thefts, which puts me in a whole new category.
Yeah.
Even though this is my first dope case, charges. They offered me a life sentence for the Molly, for the MDMA, the 2 pills. Each one of those in 2010, they carry a manslaughter charge apiece.
Good, great. What?
Yes. They say they've lightened up on it now.
Yeah.
But they wanted that was one of the, all right, so then, no, this ain't my first time being threatened with this life sentence.
Right, yeah.
But, so, the DA my lawyer comes to me and says, the DA says, the best deal you're going to get is a 25 at 45. That's the best deal. You take it to trial, they're going to get you 2 manslaughter charges, attempted manslaughter charges with the X pills.
Uh-huh.
They're going to charge you with the 9.5 grams of cocaine. So what do? You got to sign it.
Yeah, you have one of those moments.
You have to. Yeah. I mean, it's either that or go to trial, and they can run them consecutive. They run them concurrent.
Yeah.
I got 2 25s in 2010, December of 2010. Run concurrent at 45%.
Yeah.
Time to go to prison.
Yeah.
Come to prison. Do the next 8 years, 4 months, and 10 days in prison. Not 100% sober.
Yeah.
But longest period of sobriety right there.
Right.
Since the age of
7 to 8 when you smoked that joint with your parents in the car.
Uncle and aunt.
Uncle and aunt. Right. Got it. Yeah.
On the way. That's right. The longest period of sobriety from 2010. I did 8 years, 4 months, and 10 days.
Yeah.
So 2018. Now, did I use drugs while I was in prison? Yeah, not the first part. Mm-hmm. And so now this is where it's going to get. I mean, it don't even make sense to me because in 2017 or 17, as you know, I got shipped from special needs. They sent me to Trousdale.
Man,
Trousdale is one of the. Some people would say worst prisons.
Yeah.
But one of the best prisons to get high at.
Wide open.
It's wide open. There's just as many drugs there as there is on the street.
Yeah. I've heard.
Now, I had never did methamphetamine until I got to Trousdale. So here I am. I've did 7 years of my time, and I've been majorly clean. But here I go.
Yeah.
A new speed. It's not crack, no. It's not cocaine, no. But it's a speed.
Yeah.
And that's what I found I like.
Yeah.
So here I go.
Gone.
The worst thing, but the best thing they could have done for me is sent me there.
Why?
Because I got a new drug. That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the best thing to me.
But the worst
thing was I went.
Yeah.
Does that, I mean, it sounds funny, but
I got it.
But that's what happened. That's where I started using meth.
Yeah.
So then I get out after those 8 years.
Yeah. Get
a job, and the whole time I'm in prison, or while I'm there at Trousdale, and while I've been in prison, that's all I've heard about is meth, and everybody's doing it. The people doing it. I get out, and the very first job I get, the owner of the company is standing out back smoking getting high. So I'm like, maybe this is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
Yeah.
I'm doing good. I stayed. I made it 3 months not getting high.
Yeah.
But then I started getting high.
Yeah.
Methamphetamines. Now, meth is a whole nother demon. You be up for a week, 5 days, and you don't even realize that you've been up that long. It takes the time away from you so much that you don't realize that you've been up for 5 days.
Fly by.
Stayed up 4 months.
Goodness.
4 months and 3 days. The longest I've ever stayed up.
4 months?
Now, how is that possible?
Why not lose your mind?
I don't know. Because the girl that was sitting right next to me did.
She went crazy.
She's, I hate to say it, to this day, she's still not right. She talks in colors. I feel like that was part of my coming back to prison again. That was my punishment for that. I didn't do it because she's a grown woman.
Yeah.
I told her, if you feel like you can stay, you don't have to do this. For 4.5 months, we never left the sitting or standing position. We never laid vertical.
Yeah.
For 4.5 months.
Constantly trying to getting high.
Just be on the road. Well, just like the crack, and there's a demand.
Yeah.
People want it.
Yeah.
And people want a lot of it.
Right.
And there's a lot to be got.
Right.
So here I go again. I'm back on the road. I'm running back and forth to Nashville, picking up. But this time, instead of it ain't ounces, it's pounds. It's pounds. What I was spending for an ounce of cocaine, I can pay for a pound of this and be happy.
Yeah.
And make everybody happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. But now, whenever I say stayed up, I'm not going to say that I stayed completely awake because
I got you might nod here and there.
Well, I mean, you'd be riding down the road and nod off and hit the rumble strips riding down the interstate, doom, 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 and that'll wake you up.
Dangerous.
And then, hey, slap her and tell her to fire a pipe up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I did that for 1.5 years. Running back and forth to Nashville. Got the hookups. Don't know how I done it. Just had come across it. Boom.
Yeah, it is.
And then one day I messed up and went in Walmart and might have been up for 4 or 5 days. Went in Walmart and stole some things. Come out, get busted, get a shoplifting charge. I'm on parole.
Yeah.
I'm on parole. Been out 1.5 years though. Get a shoplifting charge. Make bond on that. Catch a little charge. Get a simple possession methamphetamine charge in Murfreesboro. You caught me with a little dust. Go to jail. Make bond on that. So now I'm on the run basically because if I go see my parole officer, it's over with.
It's over with.
Because he's gonna know I've been arrested for both of these.
Right.
All of a sudden, I get pulled over again. Guess who? DTF. DTF. Drug Task Force gets me again. Pulls me over and gets me for a parole violation. I do 2 years and 2 months at Whiteville. I get out August the 12th of 22. Okay? I'm out from August the 12th of 22 to December the 6th. In that little bit of time, I picked the dope up again.
Yeah.
Not one person. I sold dope this time to one person.
Yeah.
That one person was wearing a wire on me.
And that's what happened.
And that's what happened.
And that brought you back here.
And here I sit back with a fresh 30 at 45. I got lucky because they wanted to enhance. I've got motions to enhance.
To give it all to you then.
They wanted to give me, which I pulled in. I know we're probably getting short on time.
Yeah.
But I pulled in. I actually got my mama indicted on this one. I got indicted. I got 3 30s and a 10. They would have run them all concurrent or consecutive had I took it to trial.
Yeah.
At 85%, I would have had 100 years at 85.
Years, yeah. Well, look, man, I want to thank you for doing this, man. And we might have to get on another show and talk about your mom being indicted. But I appreciate you sitting down with me and doing this. And I look, for all of y'all out there, y'all know how I am. All y'all out there talking about you about this life, better think about it. You better think about it. It's not fun at all. It is not fun at all. And it starts young sometimes with a lot of people. So have heart, compassion in your heart for those situations, right? Because if you ask me, he didn't stand a chance. This has been another episode of Doing Time with Joe. I'm your host, Joe Baker, and I say peace, y'all.